Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Artha. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Artha.
Yeah, hi, Srinivas.
Good evening. Sorry, got late. Suddenly I got called, so
Yeah, that's okay.
let me share my screen. You're able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. These are the topics which were discussed during the last class.
Yes, yes.
So do you have doubt on any of the topic?
No, everything is
Fine.
clear.
And regarding the course content, actually, I'm not getting time. So weekend, I'll just consolidate and I'll send you Skype. Okay. Probably Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, okay, Srinivas.
It was pending action from my end. Control shift. A couple of things yesterday we discussed and okay. Continue. So as part of the control statement, so for is one of the looping structure. For, while, loop. These are like three set of control statements which are specifically to repeat any kind of a statement again and again for
Okay.
number of times. So all three are related to loops. I'll show you the syntaxes for each and everything. For syntax, for variable. This is on the form. The same thing can also be done something like this. These are the two variants. This is the actual primary variant. The same thing can be
Yeah.
in different format. So for and the variable initialization, like so, if you want to initialize, if you want to declare a variable or initialize with some default value, this is a
Yeah.
we will be doing. And after that, we need to have a semicolon
Okay.
followed by
Okay.
conditions. Like you can have any number of conditions to satisfy the loop condition.
Yeah.
After that semicolon, then value updation. So when I say value updation, it can be increment or decrement, anything like if you are changing
Okay.
value which is against to the loop counter variable.
Okay.
This is the standard syntax. Same thing like we used to switch into a different format for various reasons. Like initialization, you might do prior to starting your loop, maybe somewhere at the beginning of your program, anywhere.
Yes.
This
Yes. Yes.
is one of the possibility. And if you're
Mm.
doing initialization somewhere, so you need to leave that space. So just give a semicolon and
Mm.
you can apply the conditions. And after the semicolon, either you can, the last one, you can update the value here, or else you can do certain, if you want to do based on certain conditions, you can still do inside your loop. Okay, these are
Okay.
valuable things.
Okay.
I'll show you an example about the usage.
Hmm.
this loop is going to print the values from 1 to 10. So whatever the statement which is there inside in between these two brackets, like in the beginning and brackets, it's going to repeat this content until this satisfies. So here, like we have initialized some value, right? So obviously they are equal to 10. So first it performs initialization, then it checks the condition, and then it executes the statement. Once it is done with the execution of the statements, then it will go for the increments. There is order for it. Okay. After
Okay.
implementing, then it checks for the condition. If it satisfies, it will come inside. Otherwise, it will come out of the loop as usual. Once it come out of the loop, it will continue with the remaining flow of execution. If you have any
Yeah.
to be executed
Okay.
in the program.
Mm.
Okay. Second variant is also same. So that's I'm not doing any specific thing. Same thing, right? It's doing the same part like here. Same thing can be like this.
Yes.
Both are same.
Mm.
They have different coding.
Same, yes.
Because you're already aware, so I'm just discussing little.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm aware of that for loop, while loop that.
Yes. So from Java perspective, I'm just telling like how it looks like.
Okay.
By condition. And then repeat then tell both together. We have like a while, another one while and do. So these are two different loops. That's a while followed by a set of conditions. And if these conditions are satisfied, so these are the set of the statements which you can action to execute until you fail with that condition. Similar to while loop, we have one more loop called do while. So here, if you observe in the while loop, first it checks the condition, and then if it satisfies, then only it will execute the logic. But in
Yes.
do while, so first we do not have the condition. First we are asking to perform something. First it
Yes.
performs everything, and at the end it checks the condition. Like if it is satisfied, then it will go to the beginning and it will start re-executing the remaining logic. Otherwise,
Yes.
come out of the loop. So primarily, the most of the time we might ask for the junior level. You might get a like the enter your question kind of thing difference between the while loop and the do while loop. In while loop, there is no minimum guarantee that the loop is going to be executed at least once. In do while loop, there is a minimum guarantee that we can sure that it is going to execute at least once, irrespective of the condition.
Yeah, in do while it execute at least
At
once.
least once. So there is a guarantee we can give it, but here there is no guarantee as such because
Yes.
it's all purely based on the condition that we are writing.
Okay.
So I'll just do that. This is the first variant. The mistake. Did we made any mistake? Each contains infinite loop happening. Do you know the reason?
One is less than or equal to 5. Yes. What you said, it is going to print infinite.
Infinite loop is containing, right?
Okay. Yeah, I know that, but one is less than or equal to 5, right?
Not one, that is right. Yeah, one less than or equal to 5. Why it's not coming out?
So that's why I'm getting doubt why it went into infinite. I mean, do we have any this loop
We are missing one line there.
increment?
Exactly.
Yes, increment.
If you are not changing the value, so how do you
Yes.
expect to come out like it? It is never going to be like that.
Okay.
Right? So it cannot come out like.
Yes.
So now if you run it, The most of the rest we used to forget, like when maybe in the initial stages.
Yeah, yeah.
Right one.
Yeah. It happens, yeah.
Next one. Okay. By this time, I value is 6, right?
I value.
So, but what we are asking here, we are planning to repeat a loop if I is less than or equal to 3. So, as per the condition, it is failed. It still
Yeah,
has something to be executed inside there.
but still it executes one time.
Value 5 is 6.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it realizes that there is a failure condition, it will not repeat the
So that's
statement again. Yes.
okay.
Return. Return is a keyword like in case if you want to return some value from source to destination. For example, in your Java class, you might be having multiple methods.
Okay.
One of the method you are performing something. Okay. So
Okay.
whatever is the result, in case you want to communicate to the invoker, means let's say from main function, I am calling some function. So for to perform summing of the numbers. So summing of the numbers is done by that function. So but I do not want that value to be printed by that function. I want that value back to me. So return is a keyword which is going to help us.
Back to main means okay to main function.
Yes, like whoever is invoker, means from where
Okay.
you are
Okay.
invoking.
Okay.
Source
Okay.
and
Okay.
that is called source. So you are
Okay. Yes.
invoking some function which is the destination. From the
Mm.
destination, you have to send the computed value back. It's not that all the cases like we are not going to print the value there, right? We are going to share the value back like whoever is asked me to calculate. So it's his turn to whether you wanted to print or you wanted to use it for some other purpose. It's his take. So we need to send the value back, right?
Okay.
Return is a keyword which is going to help us in returning the value back to the invoker to compute
Okay.
the value or any value. So here you can I just created a instance for my class because
Okay.
there is a method public int sum which is taking two parameters, integer a and integer b. So these are the two parameters which are input to this method. So what this method is doing, it is calculating the summing of the number and it is returning it.
Okay.
So this is like simply it performs summing, it returns a value. So who is going to call this function? Anybody can call who is having access to this class. So in main method, is simply calling sum by passing two values. So what happened? Here this is going to invoke, as in when you call this statement, it's going to invoke this function, it will execute the logic here.
Okay.
So if I run this one, program is going to execute, but you will not see any output. Why? Because as and when you call, it has executed successfully. But neither this guy is printing the value or not this guy printing it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Either you can print the value here in case if you wish. Otherwise, because you are sharing this value using the return statement, here return a result. The result is of what type? Integer. Usually we have mentioned the value as int here. Usually we'll be having void right there.
Yes. Yes.
So here in this case,
Entire. Okay.
we are
Okay.
returning the integer value. That's what like we have mentioned the int data type. So if you are returning something else, you need to mention that type.
Okay, so we are returning this result to where, I mean, this summed r dot sum of 1020.
Yes, this guy is returning, but unfortunately, this guy is not catching it.
Yes, yes,
Someone is
it's.
throwing, obviously, you has to catch it, otherwise, you cannot get the hold of that value. So,
Hmm.
your turn to hold it. Now I got the value. Now, in case of I wish, I can buy.
Yeah.
The previous case, it works, but you cannot have the control of the result. You can see that expected value,
Okay.
whatever you pass it, you can see the value computed exactly. Right?
No.
You're just calling a function by passing the parameters, whatever. So it comes to here, and it calculates the result. Usually, you might print here, but in this case, I do not want to print. I want to share the result, computed result back to the invoker. Who is invoked here? Main inside main method. Here we have invoked that function. So here it will send a value back to us. So if someone is sending a value, in case if you wish to get the hold of that value, you need to catch it. So I know that it is a data type. So I just declare integer variable. The single line I'm doing everything.
Okay, main method is the invoker. It is invoking this
Some method.
some method,
Exactly.
and okay, it's going to return a value, and the result is going to catch that. Okay, okay.
Yes. If you wish to use that value, definitely you need to catch, right?
Oh yes.
Otherwise, you cannot get hold of the value. You just throwing it, if you not catching,
No.
it might find out. It will be not in any of our control.
Okay.
Once you got the value, you can print or you can use it for some other password, purpose, anything can. It's in your control.
Okay.
Here,
Hmm.
break.
Hmm.
Break is a statement, especially if we use in a looping statements. So we use along with these three, any of the either of these three, we can use it. So
Yeah, we used for switch yesterday.
that switches to the same value. That switches for especially as part of the syntax for switch to break the loop, break the statements, right? In order
Yeah,
to
break.
go to the
Yes, yes, yes.
next sequence. The same way, the break state break that we use in this thing to break the loop for some reason. Generally, we might write a loop to repeat something, right? So if want
Okay, we do use that break for while and do also.
exactly. So which
Okay,
is a certain
okay.
condition. Why? Because if you are writing a loop, if, if you are writing a loop means that doesn't mean that always you wanted to execute all the iterations, right? It's like
Yes.
I might have created my loop to print 1 to 100 numbers. So there are certain chances that based on certain conditions, I might like take a decision of like breaking my loop, right? So
Okay.
what I will do, I'll just use certain condition to come out of my loop forcefully. Though my loop is to print something, but in forcefully I am coming out for some reason. So that's where in that scenario you might be using a break.
Okay.
But it
Okay.
means it is intended for something to do. But on top of it, you are taking a decision whether should I continue to perform all the iterations or should I break it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where the break. You can use either of these loops or while do break. So I'll use it. If you have any confusion, let me know. I can get it. So this is a simple loop to print 1 to 50, right? But I do not want to print everything, so I wanted to break that certain stress if I equal to what? What happened? Though this loop is meant for 50, but in between my loop, so there was a certain condition to take control out of it. So I'm forcefully coming out from my loop. So as and when it reaches 40, I used a break. That means I'm saying that I do not want to continue remaining iterations. I would like to come out forcefully. So you came out here.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay.
Let me reduce it to a smaller number. So I'll make this so that you can see the output in a single window. Right. This loop is to print 10 numbers.
Now, okay.
Until unless you add this condition, it used to print 10 numbers.
Hmm.
But if I equal to 8, so I'm saying break. So means though this loop is meant for 10, so for some reason in between when I equal to 8, so I would like to terminate the loop.
Okay.
I used to break. Here the intention is not to like 1 to 10 and or like that. So your intention is if you are in a loop, so
Okay.
in generally when I say loop, in real time we are not going to print only 1 to 10 numbers, right? We are not going to print only numbers. We'll perform some logic, right? While
Okay.
performing some logic, so there are certain cases that you do not want to continue for some reason based on the business scenario. So though this loop is meant for something, but you are intentionally coming out from that loop. So break is the statement which you are to use in case you want to forcefully come out from that loop.
Okay. Okay. But as of now, if I don't write this, if I double equal to 8 break, also the loop will be breaked automatically.
That is when after completing 10.
Yeah. After completing 10, it automatically breaks the loop and come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
If we don't specify this if condition also.
yes. By
But
default, so you have given certain tasks and to do something. So let's say you are distributing something to 10 guys. You are distributing to 10 guys, and after that you will be moving to next task. But what the additional requirement is, so after distributing to 5 guys, so like do not distribute the remaining guys. So just come out forcefully.
okay, then you will write
Like,
I double equal to 5.
yes, IW equal to 5. So I'm saying
Okay.
come out. Don't do anything.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Though your
Get it?
task is to distribute to 10 guys, but for some reason maybe you are running out of stock by that time. So just
No,
come out.
yeah. Yeah, okay, got it.
Just here intention is how to come forcefully out of the loop. That's a main
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah, got it.
based on your requirement.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, got it.
But same thing you can use in while loop or do while loop. So same thing from continue. Continue is also something similar to the like controlling of your statement. It can be used with these three for while do.
Okay.
So while user continue, what happens is, let's say, so if you take the same scenario, in the previous case when you use a break, you are forcefully came out from the loop, right?
Yes.
But in the continue, let's say there is a scenario that though it's if you want to repeat for 10 times, but out of that, I would like to repeat certain iterations,
Okay.
1 to 10, but I would like to repeat a 8th iteration. So you need to distribute to 10 guys, but in between, for some reason, do not give anything to particular person.
Okay.
Okay? So you are skipping only that guy, but still you are
Hmm.
tracking each individual person, but for some reason you are not giving that anything to that guy. Means for that iteration you are not going to perform anything.
Okay.
Okay? So continue means as and when you give continue, immediately it moves to the next iteration. When you are printing 1 to run, when I say
Okay.
equal to 5 and continue means whatever the logic after the 5 it is supposed to do, it will skip and it will move to the sixth iteration.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I'll show with an example, then probably it might help with that further understanding. I'll copy the same data plot.
Yeah, continue.
So what does this mean? So what is the output we are going to get? Let me choose that.
Continue means again it will continue the loop.
So how it executes is I equal to 1. So initial I value will be 1. I less than or equal to 10. Yes. So
Mm.
it enters inside a loop. If I equal to 5, no, right? So it will
Mm.
go out of the I is going to be printed. Then I value is going to be 2. And
So
from
yeah,
print. And I value will be 3. It will come out and it will print. And
up to 5. Yeah.
as and when it reaches 5, we are
Mm.
saying continue. That means when I say continue, it moves to this one, it equals to 6. It's not going to perform the remaining statement which are there in my loop.
Oh, it won't print.
It, it, it moves the control out of the remaining part. It moves to the
Okay.
next level. You are skipping
Okay.
that guy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
So all 10 guys are there next to each other. So like you're
Okay.
not just giving anything to that guy. You're just moving to the next person.
Okay.
Yeah? If
Okay.
and when I equal to 5, so I'm saying continue. So just continue to the next level. Do not
Mm.
do not perform anything to which is there, which is supposed to do for the as part of the
Okay.
planning logic.
Okay.
The except the 5, it's going to print everything. Except
Okay.
if you want to have multiple things, like this symbol is called R symbol, so that we are going to discuss it down the line. Okay, R means
Mm.
multiple conditions you can add. Means what? If 50%, 70%, 90% skip.
Oh, got skipped. Okay.
Yeah, got skip because yes, we're telling here clearly that you skip here.
Okay.
When you reaches 5, move to the next level. When you reaches 7, move to the next level. When you reaches 9, move to the next level. We are forcefully moving. We are
Yeah.
skipping
Yeah.
items.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Continue. Yeah, continue. I got it. To skip that. Okay, member. Okay.
Yes, to skip that iteration, when you are comparing with a member, you have to skip that particular member.
Okay. Got it. Understood.
Break and continue both clear, right?
Yes.
Then the static access model. You remember, like we have discussed during our first class about the static access modifier, right?
Yeah,
It,
static
yeah, but
access
that was
modifier.
too early to discuss about all this types. So static is a keyword which can be applied at the various levels. So I have just mentioned we can use a variable, a method, or a block, or a nesting of the class. These are the various cases which will be used static. First of all, static in Java is used for memory management, especially. Okay,
Okay.
the static keyword belongs to the class than the instance of a class. So when
Okay.
static, so the variable or a method or those are tied to a class, not particular to the instance.
Oh, I didn't get you, Srinivas.
So
Come again.
when static is a keyword which is going to help us in memory management. Okay, we can
Okay.
use keyword to all these 4 areas: variable,
Okay.
method, block, and nested classes. Okay, if you apply
Okay.
keyword to any variable or a method, then that method and the variable is not part of the instance; it's part of the class. Do you know the
Okay.
definition of instance?
I know the instance. I mean,
Once let me go to anywhere. Today we did some certain test. Yeah,
yeah, we created a
we
check.
created an instance to
Yeah.
call this method, right? So that means
Instance.
this method is part of an instance, not part of a class, not
Oh,
specific tied to class. It's tied to instance. See, R dots are my call.
okay.
Okay. If
I
this,
mean, this method is not part of this class.
no. So, do not compare from that perspective. This method is part of this class, but it has to be accessed only with an instance.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Got it, right? But if
Hmm.
you declare any method as a static, then that method can be called directly with a class name. Means you do not need to create an instance for it.
Okay.
Got it?
If I mean, if I declare this method as static, no need. To create instance.
Exactly. You can call directly the class name dot that method name.
Okay, okay.
So when you are creating an instance means you are allocating some memory, right?
Yes, yes.
So when you're not creating instance, obviously there is no point of allocating memory.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
that's one case.
I
But
mean, static method can access static method only. Uh, no, without that also we are able to access through object. Okay. I got little confused. That's okay.
okay, okay. If you have any doubt, you can explain. Otherwise, I'll continue on. Still discuss. Still, we just started with the static. Four areas
Oh,
need to be covered. Then, in the meantime, if you have any doubts, you can ask at any point of time.
okay. But as of now, I got understood.
Okay, okay.
If I declare this method as static, then no need to create instance for here.
Exactly. That's a primary rule.
Okay.
Okay. And first we'll visit with the variable. If you declare any variable as a static variable,
Okay.
obviously these variables can be directly called with the class name, similar to a method.
Okay. Okay.
A static variable can be used to refer to a common property in all objects, and this is not tied to a specific object.
Okay.
If you declare a variable as a static, that is known as a static variable. Okay. First,
Yeah.
so similar to your class, similar to static method, as I said, static method are tied to class, right? Not specific to instance.
Yeah.
Static method. The same way, static variable. If you declare a variable as static, so those variables are not specific to instance. Those are specific to a class in terms of memory representation. For example, let's say you would like to capture 10 student details. Okay,
Okay.
assume that for all those students, college name is same.
Okay. College name is same.
So when you ask me to create a memory allocation, what you will create, how do you create, for example, student number, name, and the college name. These are the three fields you need to capture. Okay,
Yeah.
how many
Okay.
blocks are going to be created as a rough calculation? Per student, three blocks, right? Student number, name, college, right?
College name.
So
Yeah.
if it's a 10 students, so how many? 30 blocks.
Oh.
So here, one thing we need to observe is student number, name, that's fine because those varies for each student. But the college
Yeah.
name, 10 guys are having the same college name.
Yes.
Why to store 10 times in the memory? It's unnecessary space, right?
Okay.
Here we are just referring to 10. Assume that if it is a 1000 students. So for 1000 students, we are just wasting the same memory, right?
Yes.
So if you know the value is same for all those guys, then what you can do is you can declare that variable as a static. So
Oh,
the
okay.
memory is now, so if it's a 10 student, 30 blocks of earlier, if you make the last block as static, what happens? It's only 21 blocks because last
Okay.
one, irrespective of the number of students, it's going to give you only one room, only one
Okay.
room.
It won't create for all the 30
It
students.
won't. It will create whatever is the number of students. It will create only one block.
Okay, okay. As static keyword is, I mean, it is specific to memory allocation.
Exactly. So it's mainly especially like saving the memory effectively.
Okay,
To go for
okay,
static variable only if it is the if the value is same. If
okay,
for all the students value is same. That's where like I would like to save my memory.
okay,
19,000 blocks is not a simple thing, right? It's
okay,
1,000 blocks unnecessarily to store the same value. That's where
okay,
the developer thinks developer efficiency comes into picture. That he is going to take a decision that let me take a declare this variable as a static so that I can save the memory, so that my
okay,
program might run a bit faster than the expected.
okay,
Got it?
okay, okay,
So when I declare a variable as a static variable, so those are the variables which are going to write to a class and will be having only one memory location irrespective of the number of instances.
Okay. Okay.
We are clear?
Okay. Okay.
Definition and understanding is
Oh, okay. Understood.
okay. Now I'll show an example of the static variable. And remember that if it is only 10, for all the 10 guys, the only one block is created, right?
Okay.
So anybody changes the value to a college name, the same college name going to be reflected to everyone.
Okay. If we
But it's
change
about
the
the same. If you are keeping
static,
item in that location, if you, either you are keeping or either myself is keeping, so anybody in the family member can access the same item from the room, right?
yes.
That's all. If it is a static, to declare variable as static, you'll be getting the same value across the instance. Because
Okay. If
not
we
like
okay.
this, please go ahead. You're asking something.
No, if we declare a variable as a static and if we modify that static variable, it going to affect wherever we have used that variable. It go
It's reverse way. Like it's not going to affect. It's going to like when you modify the value means you are changing the value which is there in one block, right?
yes.
So any instance, like if I'm referring to 10 students, from any
Okay.
students, if I ask the college name, it's going to refer to the same memory location, right?
Yes, yes.
So obviously everybody is going to get the same value.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we change the static variable in that one block, it's going to affect for all the 10 students. I mean, they are getting the same
Exactly, because all are
modified.
referring to the same block.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now
Okay.
I'll conclude with that. I'll prove that with an example.
Okay.
First, without static, I'll show you. Then on top of it, I'll apply static. Okay.
Okay.
College name. We haven't discussed about this, so don't get confused. It's just it's going to assign a value.
What is this?
Yeah, that's what I told you. We haven't discussed anything about this. Do not get confused. So it is just like uh,
Okay, okay.
a little bit I'll explain. So here
Okay.
variable name is here roll number, right? Here is also roll number, right? Just to make a difference that I am referring to this variable, I have to use this. Okay.
Okay.
Two, you are having two objects having same name. You need to make a difference, right? One is the variable of my method, and the other one is variable of my class. Just to differentiate that. This is a variable of this constructor, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this
this
is a
is a
variable for this
concept.
class. So both are having same name. So I should make a difference, right? When I say this, I'm going to refer to this variable. When I'm saying without this, I'm going to refer to this variable.
Yeah, I understood up to the constructor as the class name and the method name is same means it is a constructor. I'm aware of that, but I didn't got clarity on this. What is it? Is it a what is it? I mean, what do we say that this is a method or what do we say is a keyword?
This is one kind of this is an object. This refers to
Object.
object.
Oh, this refers to object. It is an object.
Yeah, this refers to current object.
Current object. Okay.
Yeah. So you are in student class, right? So
Okay.
this is student object. So when I say this, it's going to refer to student object of this variable.
Okay.
So when you are not using this, it's going to refer to a parameter value that is sent to to a constructor.
So, I mean, if we use the constructors, then only do we use this? I mean,
Yes.
this object
Yes, especially in constructors.
constructors. Okay. Okay.
Why? Because this name and this name is same, right?
Yes.
To make a difference that I'm referring to this variable, I'm using this. Suppose if these variable names are same, different, I'm just giving one.
Okay.
I do not need to use this.
Okay. Okay.
Just a separation I'm going to give the.
Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
Yep. So that's why like I'm not focusing much on this because we'll be discussing down the line. It's too early to discuss about it.
Okay. Okay.
Right now, you're clear, right? So what I removed even this as well. Just
Mm.
like we are passing some value and we are storing that value in this variable. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
That is the intention of this constructor for now. Okay.
Okay.
Display the values which are there with us. So I just created a method inside my class called show details to print everything. Roll number, name, college name in single line.
Okay.
Now this is my test class where we'll be creating a student. I'm creating 3 students.
So you're changing the college names also. Okay.
Sorry? Yeah, I'm changing the college name. So any other college name? Remember?
Any other college, Siddhartha? It's okay. That's okay.
So we have created 3 students with different values, right?
Hmm.
What we'll do is we'll just display that. Remember that we haven't used static keyword now until now.
Okay, we didn't use the static keyword for variables. Okay.
We are going to. So first I'm showing without static how it looks like. Then on top of that, I'll apply the static to show you the returns.
Okay.
Now run this. So I could see that what are the values I created. I got the same thing, right?
Yeah.
In my memory, the 3 variables, but the 9 blocks are created.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm going to apply a static to my variable. So in my memory, how many blocks are going to be created now? 77.
Okay.
Because these are the values which are for 3 students, that means 6. And
Okay.
this
6
is the
plus
what?
1.
When I say static, it's not specific to particular specific class level. So per class, only one variable is created. That means 6 plus 1, 7.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay. In class, we can declare only one variable as static.
No, you can declare any number of variables as static, but that variable is going to be allocated per class.
Okay.
So
Okay.
room for this guy is allocated per class.
Okay. Okay.
Per
Got
class,
it.
not per instance.
Okay.
That's where like 6 plus 1, 7. So what is the output when I am going to get, like when I run this statement?
So we didn't change the college names.
By this time should be able to tell the answer. So only one room, right?
Yeah, one room, but
Whoever enters into that room, the same value is going to be applicable to everyone.
I think Oxford will change. It's going to take the first value as Oxford, right?
First value is Oxford.
Declare college name. So first is Oxford, you declared there, right?
Yes.
So it will take everything as Oxford.
Okay.
Let's see what will happen.
It's going to be Siddhartha.
Oh, Siddhartha.
Not the first one. It's not. It's a single room. So whatever is the last value which is dumped in, When you ask after that, it's going to be the same value, right?
Oh, it takes the last value.
It's a single room, so whatever is there, it's only one room, right? It's going to have only one item. When you place, so first time when it placed, it was Oxford. So later, when the student of the test is created, then we have overwritten that Oxford with Loyola. After that, we have overwritten Siddhartha. So now the latest value is Siddhartha in that room. Or is as per the college value, Siddhartha is going to get by interval.
No, I thought that it would create separate rooms for student roll number, name, and college name like that. I thought like that.
It created, right? So roll number, name, and all these things are different.
Oh,
So
so it created separately.
it's created for 6, as I said, for
Yes, yes.
6 and for this guy 1.
Okay. Yeah. Before that, it created memory for Oxford, Loyola, and Siddhartha.
No, no, no. It created only one memory. Inside that memory, when you create this variable, it has find that 100 student number and RAM for some name, they are separate blocks. But when it comes to output, it has found one block and inside that it has allocated a value. And
So
let
before declaring static, it doesn't happens like that, right? If we declare the static.
that's where the nature of static. Once you declare static, you are like having only one room for you for that variable.
I'm confused here. Before declaring static, it would allocate memory for all the three colleges, right?
Exactly.
So how would you are saying that it would? I mean, what you said. It will override the values. You
Yes.
said like that.
Earlier, we have 3 rooms for 3 guys. Means
Yes.
when I say 3 guys, 3 students. For 3 students, to store the
Hmm.
program, we have three blocks were created.
Yes.
Okay, static. So irrespective of the number of students, it's going to be only one room.
Yes.
So for the first guy, he have found that my college name is Oxford and he showed his value in the room which was created. And when the
Okay.
second guy came, and he has found that I do not need to create a new room because this is static. It was already created a room. So let's use the same room.
Okay. So that's why it's going to override the Oxford.
If you are having only one room, if you are placing same items, if it is let's say if you take a locker, you might put ornaments, right? So today you might put bangles, so tomorrow you might put earrings. So whatever is that, only one item will be there. It's only one place for storing your item.
Yeah, now I got it. So last the one is Siddhartha, so it's going to affect the all the three members.
Yes, it's
Said
only
that.
one place. So in that
Okay.
place, whatever you store,
Yeah, just I got it now. I'm clear about that.
okay. Now to make it further clarify or to further confuse, so let me show you further. Now what I'm trying, so earlier, what we are doing here, we are checking the values of these 3 guys after creating all 3 objects, right?
Okay.
Now what I would like to show is each level I would like to show you what are the individual values.
Okay.
So after creating S1, I'm asking what are the details in S1. After creating S2, by the time 2 objects are there, I'm asking what is S1 S2. After creating S3, so I'm asking what are the values.
Okay.
With this one, either you might confuse or you might clear everything. That's what I'm.
No. Okay.
Any guesses like what are the things? So when this statement executes, what are the guesses?
When it executes, it will just print the first roll number and everything. First student details.
First student details with the college name.
With college name no, Oxford. Oxford only it will take.
Yeah, but after completing this one,
It will display the first student details, and second time it will take the college name as Loyola,
hmm, then what is
right?
the college name for S1 and S2?
I didn't get you. Come again.
What is the college name that would display for S1 and S2 in this case?
Like it takes Loyola.
Yeah, then you are clear. I think you are understood. It seems now. Okay. So sometimes, like once we do this piece of work, some students might get confused
Okay.
if they are not clear with the previous explanation. If they are clear,
Oh,
then are you clear, right?
yeah, I'm clear now.
So like, these are the basic things, and these are very important. Any doubts on the topics or whatever we discuss? Control statements are those are simple, frankly speaking.
Yeah, control statements are easy. Yeah, but static is little bit confusing. But I got everything clear now.
Yeah, like yesterday's that variable access specifiers and we have tabular form, right? That is one thing, primary thing. Mostly we need to like more thorough and the static.
Yeah, that is also a little bit confusing, but it's clear. But we need to practice, I think. But when I get into practice, then only I will leave that confusion, I think.
Yes, yes. For anyone like it requires a practice.
Yeah, why? Because when you're saying it is okay, but when I'm getting remembering, then I'm feeling a little bit confused.
Yeah, please do practice and let me know point of time if there is any confusion, so we can discuss in the next class.
Okay.
So any doubts on the topics, whatever we
No,
discussed today?
no, right now it is okay.
Okay, okay, I think we'll for today, and we'll
Okay.
continue tomorrow with the next topics. We are still
Okay.
ending with the static, so we have spent a lot of time on static to like
Yeah, yeah,
to make it
variable.
more clear. Yeah,
It took time more on variable for me.
but for me, not an issue. Like basically, at the end, like we should be able to understand. That's main.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay
yeah.
then.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night.